Hi, my name is Patricia, and I want to first start off by thanking you very much for taking the time to watch this video and getting to know me a little bit better. My family and I are originally from El Salvador. We moved to the United States in the early 80s. I have a lot of experience taking care of children and being around children. I played a big role in my early teens and early 20s in helping to take care of my sister, who was 9 years younger than me. When I was 16 years old, I started working at a daycare center, and I was there for 7 years. When I was about 18, I also became a nanny to two extremely energetic and rambunctious little boys, and I was with them for 3.5 years. I look back on that time at the time of the daycare and of helping to raise my sister and those little boys with a great deal of fondness. Actually, two of the little girls that I took care of while I was at the daycare found me on Facebook a couple of years ago, and ever since then it's been a real treat to stay in touch with them and to see that the two little girls that I met when they were 2 and 3 years old have grown into incredibly competent, smart, beautiful young ladies. They've been very kind and sweet to tell me that they have good and fond memories and of me taking care of them, and that they felt really loved by me and that I was a positive role model for them. So knowing that I played a positive part in their young lives is tremendously rewarding. From these experiences of working with children, I've learned several things. I learned a great deal about responsibility, but I also learned to not take myself too seriously. I was also left with the desire to focus my career on advocating for children and families. And I've been really fortunate to be able to focus my career for the past 20 years on doing just that. I don't do direct care work, but I have played a role in developing policies and programs that ensure that some of our most vulnerable populations are able to get access to the services and the supports that they need in their communities in order to live healthier and happier lives. And I can't imagine doing any other kind of work. In my spare time, I enjoy doing creative things. Using my photographs or my doodles, I will create greeting cards that I share with friends and families, that I send out during the holidays or special times of the year. I love capturing a special moment or an interesting object with my camera. I have the first picture that I took when I was 7 years old. It's of a moment of my dad and my brother interacting. So it's so special to me that I was able to capture that moment and that I still have it, so that I can see a little bit of where the spark for this hobby was born. I want to also pass on my love of books, and I often imagine bedtime spent reading to them from their favorite books, reading to them their favorite stories, and then one day them sharing their favorite books and stories with me. Another creative outlet that I have is counted cross-stitching. A couple of years ago, I spent many months and a whole lot of hours working on a project of the Lady of Guadalupe that was intended for my mother. I wanted to give that to her for Mother's Day, so I really wanted to take special time and effort on that particular gift, because I hoped that it would be one that she would treasure for a long time to come. One of my favorite times of the year is Christmas. I actually keep a large figurine of Saint Nick out all year long because he reminds me of that spirit of family and generosity that I really want to think about all throughout the year. This is a good time of the year for me as well because my mother and I travel to visit with extended family, and I get to see my beautiful godchildren. I have been honored 6 times by family members in asking for me to be a godmother to their child, and I treasure the ability to build individual relationships and to get to know their unique personalities and their dreams and aspirations. I'm fortunate to live in a suburb of Washington, D.C., where there are always educational, fun, and interesting things to do, wonderful parks to visit, and a terrific school district. A few years ago, I was in a relationship where we talked about marriage and starting a family. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. From an early age, I've dreamed of being a mother. So when that relationship ended, I knew that I still wanted to figure out a way of making that dream a reality. So embarking on the adoption journey is the right choice for me. I want to share all of this love with a child, and I plan to make sure that their adoption story is a part of our lives. I want you to know that I understand that the choice that you're making is not an easy one. I respect the love and care that you are showing your child. I want you to also know that I welcome openness in this adoption journey. I want to share stories, photographs, letters, and visits with you. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and getting to know a little bit more about me.